Hey Nesters, welcome back to the channel. Today I am sharing with you kind of the second addition to my Church Rummage Sale. I think I'm going to share just the Betty Crocker vintage cookbooks with you today, and then tomorrow I will share with you the other cookbooks that I got that are vintage and kind of local churchy kind of cookbooks as well. So we will dive into those. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to film this video down at an angle so you guys can see the books as I'm flipping through them and get to enjoy the recipes and the images as well. And then definitely let me know below in the comments if you guys had these cookbooks, which were your favorite recipes, because in the fall I am going to be starting a vintage cooking series, starting to go through, I have so many cookbooks, so I want to start going through and trying the recipes with you guys, and I thought that'd be fun. So if you guys have any pointers on which ones I should start with, definitely let me know below. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first one we're going to start with is this Betty Crocker's Picture Cookbook. This one is probably the one that is beat up the most that I picked up. As you can see, someone has tried to mask and tape the binding back together, but the inside is what actually counts, so we're not gonna judge it by its flaws there. And on the inside, it just has abbreviations commonly used, simplified measures, oven temperatures, and contents of can. So we have that. This is a little bookmark maybe. I'm not quite sure what that is about. This first page here, they have the meaning of terms, and I like how they have the different illustrations along with each of the ingredients that are common ingredients that you will be using in this recipe book. So we have that on both sides there. And then what do we got? We got more information about a dictionary of special and foreign terms. So these are probably just words that they weren't super familiar with back then. I'm not even really sure what year this is from. Did we see a date anywhere? Some of these pages might be missing out of it because this starts on page 9. So it's missing some of the beginning pages, which probably told us when this was from. This page is pretty helpful here. It has the different images with the different pans that you'll be using. I know I kind of get confused sometimes when they ask for you to use a 9-inch pan or a 9x5 or whatever. So it's nice to have the illustrations as well, so you know what it actually looks like or what it's supposed to look like, and you can go from there. But yeah, they have food storage information, substitutions that are safe. Lots of cool things in here. Prepare some special ingredients the quick and easy way. So it teaches you how to melt chocolate, how to prepare nuts and toasted nuts. It's full of all kinds of helpful information. I really like that people were, ladies were more homemakers back in the day and weren't really expected to work outside the home as much. So I really enjoy this kind of thing, and I think this information was probably very helpful for them back then. And I think it's kind of fallen short. It hasn't been passed down to generation. I think my generation kind of, this is lost on us a bit. So I definitely have an old soul, and this stuff definitely intrigues me. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the thick of the recipes. We have appetizers here, and I really enjoy the index. It's not just the tab. It says right here what is inside this section, so that's really nice. Love the images on this. They're having their little party here, and I know they hosted a lot and threw parties back in the day because they didn't have things like Facebook and Instagram to keep in touch, and they were a lot more social back then, so things like needing appetizers was a real thing back then. We don't really do the appetizers too much these days unless we're ordering out, right? But yeah, the food doesn't look super attractive, honestly. Just looking at this kind of imagery, food photography has come a long ways, but I'm sure it was very delicious. Our favorite beverages are an aid to gracious living. So yeah, once again, I really am enjoying the indexes on the front of them. So you don't have to keep sifting through all the pages. You can just glance real quick and see if anything is what you are looking for. Bread's quick and hot, a conversation piece. So this is what is on there. I feel like breads and rolls and everything like that was super popular back then. I know I have my grandmother's cookbook that she, a lot of handwritten recipes, and it seems like most of them are a lot of bread type items. So I think that was a very popular thing to make back then. Look at this kitchen. Just flying out of the oven. You don't even have to serve it on the table. It just pops right on the table for you. I do like that they include these images in the cookbook. I have a few cookbooks that do that, the step-by-step images, and I think it's helpful for new cooks especially. There's some quick breads, and once again, I could go for Micah countertop here. Nice vintage kitchen. Very cute. That's one thing I really like about looking at older cookbooks is, seeing the old dishware and saying, hey, I know what that is now. Yeah, this is really cool. Look at this. They have a donut tree. That's awesome. So there's an idea to use for a coffee mug tree. Just stick some donuts on it and call it breakfast. Bread, the symbol of hope and home and hospitality. Once again, amazing images. So yeast breads. My grandmother made really good yeast rolls. Those were always my favorite as a kid. Yeah, lots and lots of cool recipes for sure. We get this one here is the cakes, a symbol of home life. From the beautiful cake from the announcement party to the triumphantly towering wedding cake and children's birthday cakes blazing with candles, to the proud cake celebrating the silver or golden wedding cakes play an important role in the most significant moments in our lives. So lots of interesting cake recipes in there. I really do prefer homemade cakes for birthdays and whatnot. I just don't have time. I've been buying my kids at a local bakery for their birthdays, but as they're not as dependent on me, I probably will start making homemade cakes again. And those recipes will probably come in handy. You even have a special section for frostings for the cake, which is nice. That is the essential part of the cake, really. If the frosting's not right, you just can't get that cake down. The next section is cookies. A full cookie jar makes a home homey. Some of the sweetest memories of home are bound with Mother's cookie jar. Long after the spicy fragrance of her ginger cookies baking has faded into the years, the thought of that ample cookie jar on the shelf will bring back vividly the old-time peace and comfort and the security of home. Every home should have a cookie jar. I actually do not own a cookie jar per se. We don't really keep them stocked, but I really do appreciate them. And if I ever find one that seems like my style, I'll probably keep one. My kids are definitely fans of cookies. Then we have more desserts, which is actually the dessert section. Consider desserts the grand finale. We look forward to dessert. It is like the last act of a play, the happy ending we've anticipated from the first. So, yeah, who doesn't love dessert? I never really think to do a lot of different things with the eggs, so this is kind of handy. I've never heard of creamed eggs before. I don't know what that is. Eggs in a frame. I wonder if that's like when you put it inside of a pepper. Like a pepper ring. I've cut peppers into slices before and then just cooked the egg in the pepper and it just kind of forms in it. It's kind of good. Egg cup. Actually, it looks like a lot of milk glass there. You guys see the milk glass? The importance of knowing our meats. Buying meat, storing meat, carving meat, cooking meat, buying fish and shellfish. It's kind of handy. Meat can be kind of confusing. I don't personally cook meat that much. I'm very selective. I don't touch chicken. I don't know. Cooking meat grosses me out. I actually used to be a vegetarian / pescatarian, and then my husband always enjoyed eating meat. So I say, if you cook it, you will eat it, but I don't really enjoy it that much. So there's a lot of desserts in here. I'm getting the feeling that people really enjoyed desserts back then. But pies, there's lots of good pie recipes. I'm sure these are delicious. Deep dish apple pie. That's my husband's favorite. Apple pie. New England squash pie. I'll have to try that. That sounds good. Prune cream pie. I don't know about that one. So we do have a salad section. Salads are refreshing, lovely, like coming upon a woodland spring clear and cool. Beauty will be the reward of your understanding touch, and health benefits will abundantly bless your table through the precious vitamins and minerals of crisp, sparkling salad ingredients. Salads are the delightful way to ensure those prescribed raw vegetables and fruits every day. So that's good. There's some healthy stuff in here. Molded vegetable. I wonder what that is. Cranberries and salad in one. And then what do we have for the next section? Yes, sauces. The woman who knows her sauces is a culinary artist. So they have like caramel sauce, so ice cream fudge basically. This is mostly desserts again. I thought this was going to be like stuff for pasta or salads or something, but this is legit sauce for desserts. Oh, here we go. There's a few on the back here that are for food. We have bechamel and a horseradish. Horseradish. Why is that so hard to say? We have some soups in the next section here. Soups for satisfaction. I'm a huge soup fan. I could probably eat soup every day. Philadelphia pepper pot. I wonder if that's kind of like a prerequisite to this steak bomb. I wonder if they have any steak in it, or if it's just peppers. I don't know. Scotch broth. Sounds like a good time. Italian minestrone. Why do they have 2 Philadelphia pepper pots? National soups and meat and vegetable soups. Elegant cream soups. We can check out some of these recipes though. They're very short and sweet, which is kind of nice actually, just straight and to the point. I'm not a huge fan of the recipes that go on and on and on about, telling you a story and, you guys know the ones I'm talking about, and you're just like, okay, can we just get to the recipe, please? I got to make this. So this is nice that it is a shorter, very straight to the point, so I will enjoy that. A happily chosen main dish makes the meal. For a cozy fireside supper, bridge luncheon, club gathering, neighborhood buffet, or the homey evening meal with the family, prepare one delicious main dish, and it's easy to complete the menu. Lumberjack Macaroni. That sounds good. See, this seems like a lot of pasta kind of stuff, maybe. Simple serving of large groups. Yeah, so this is kind of a lot of pasta dishes, I believe. I like that they have this served right up like it looks like when you go to the restaurant. It's a menu. That's very cute. They really put a lot of time and thought into how they created this, and I really appreciate the graphics and the way it's set up. I do enjoy it. I think this is a really well done cookbook. Vegetables, a source of color, beauty, and health. The little garlic or onion there is lifting weights. That's hilarious. From store to range, buy wisely, prepare properly, store carefully, cook correctly. This is a very in-depth cookbook. I really think that's quite interesting. Again, it doesn't look that appetizing, but I'm sure it is delicious. God bless the new food photography that makes us want to eat everything. This is the shortcuts. Minutes saved are hours gained. So this has different tips for various foods that will save you time in the kitchen. So that's handy, especially as a mom, right? A working mom, you got to get that meal on the table quick. And then it just has the overall index here on the back. I'm not sure why the beginning pages are missing. The first 8 are not in here. They must have had their favorite recipes or something in there. But yeah, overall, I think it's still pretty intact and definitely a cool find. So that is that one. Home is where the heart is. Cute. Be sure to subscribe to Nesting Haven to see the rest of the vintage Betty Crocker cookbook flip-throughs and reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye!